Good evening, everyone. I'm here to tell you something incredibly powerful, something that could transform your life today. You can change your life. Right now, you might feel like the circumstances around you are beyond your control. You may be looking at your current situation, and it feels as though you're trapped in the same cycle, repeating the same patterns. But I want you to hear me clearly when I say this: you are not your past. You are the creator of your future. Good evening, everyone. I'm here today to share with you something truly powerful, something that has the potential to change everything for you. You can change your life. And I know that might sound like a bold statement, but it's the truth. I want you to really absorb that idea, because once you truly understand it, it becomes a game changer. Right now, many of you might be sitting here looking at your life and thinking, this is just the way it is. You might be feeling like you're stuck in a cycle of the same challenges, the same patterns, the same limitations. It's easy to think that the circumstances around you define you, that your past experiences have already set the course for your future. And if you're honest with yourself, it might even feel like you've tried everything and still find yourself in the same place, facing the same struggles. But I want to tell you something very important. You are not your past. You are not defined by the mistakes you've made, the failures you've experienced, or the limitations you've inherited from your environment. The past does not have to dictate your future. The truth is, the only thing that can keep you stuck in the past is your own mind. You see, the power to change your life is within you. It lies in your thoughts, your emotions, and the energy you project into the world. We've been led to believe that the things around us control our lives, our environment, our relationships, our work, our money. But this is a lie. Your outer world is simply a reflection of your inner world. Your thoughts and emotions are shaping your reality more than anything else. The good news is that you have the power to change them. You have the ability to choose different thoughts, to elevate your emotions, and to create new patterns that will bring new experiences into your life. It all begins with understanding that the mind is incredibly powerful. In fact, the mind is the most powerful tool you possess. We often hear people say things like, "I can't do this," or "this is just how I am." But the truth is, these are just stories. You're telling yourself stories based on past experiences, limiting beliefs, and old patterns. The key to changing your life is in changing those stories, changing the way you think about yourself, and changing the way you see the world. Every single thought you think sends a signal to your brain, and that signal then gets translated into emotions and energy. If you think fearful thoughts, you create a fearful emotional state, which in turn creates a fearful energy that attracts more fear. But if you start thinking differently, if you begin to think thoughts of possibility, of abundance, of joy, your brain starts to rewire itself. When you change your thinking, your brain releases new chemicals, and your body starts to respond differently. This is where the magic begins. You see, the brain is not fixed. It is highly adaptable. It has the ability to rewire itself, to form new connections, and to create entirely new pathways. When you choose to think in a new way, your brain starts to create new neural networks. And these new networks become the foundation for a new version of yourself, one that is not limited by the past, but instead is aligned with your highest potential. The key to doing this is to change your emotional state. Thoughts create emotions, but emotions also have the power to create more thoughts. When you elevate your emotions through gratitude, joy, love, excitement, and enthusiasm, you are sending a much more powerful signal to your brain and to the universe. Elevated emotions align you with the energy of the quantum field, the field that contains infinite possibilities. When you begin to feel these elevated emotions regularly, you start to tap into a source of power that allows you to create the life you desire. At this moment, you might be wondering, how do I change all of this? And the truth is, it begins with taking responsibility for your thoughts and emotions. It starts with breaking the patterns that have kept you stuck. You need to become greater than the environment around you. That means refusing to be influenced by old beliefs, by your current circumstances, or by the limitations you've been carrying for so long. You have the power to rewrite your story, to change the narrative of your life. But in order to do this, you must first make a decision. You must decide that today is the day you start living as the person you were meant to be. You must decide that you will no longer be a prisoner of your past, but instead step into the future you've always dreamed of. So I ask you, what kind of life do you want to create? What do you want your future to look like? The good news is that you don't have to wait for the world around you to change. You have everything you need within you to create your own reality. And it all starts with changing the way you think, feel, and act. Today is the day to take control of your future. Today is the day to change your life. The power is within you. You just have to decide to use it. Good evening, everyone. I stand before you today with an incredibly simple but powerful truth: you can change your life. It's not just a motivational catchphrase. It's a fact grounded in the science of the mind and the body. You can change your life, and you have the power to do it now. You may be sitting there, looking at your current situation and feeling overwhelmed. You may be thinking, how is this possible? How can I possibly change my life when everything around me seems so fixed, so challenging? I want to acknowledge that, yes, life can be hard, and circumstances can feel out of our control. But here's the thing: your circumstances do not define who you are or who you can become. They don't. You are not your circumstances. So much of what we experience in life is influenced by our thoughts and beliefs. How you see the world is how you experience the world. The way you perceive your past, your present, and your future is shaped by the stories you tell yourself. But what if I told you that those stories are just that, stories? What if I told you that you could rewrite them? What if you could tell yourself a different story, one where you are in control, one where you are not limited by past failures or by beliefs that hold you back? The truth is that change is possible, and it all begins with changing the way you think. Your mind is incredibly powerful, more powerful than you can imagine. We have the ability to change our brains, to change our neural pathways, to change our thinking, and ultimately our reality. Most of the time, we don't realize how much control we actually have. We get stuck in old patterns of thought, habitual reactions to situations, and a fixed way of looking at the world. But those thoughts and patterns are not permanent. You are not stuck. Oh, every thought you think has a physical impact on your brain. Your thoughts create neural connections. These neural connections create patterns. Over time, those patterns become habits of thinking, feeling, and behaving. If you've been thinking the same thoughts for years, your brain has created a web of neural networks that keep you trapped in those old patterns. These patterns can feel like chains. But the beautiful thing is this: you can break those chains. You can rewire your brain, create new pathways, and start thinking in a completely new way. It's not just about positive thinking, it's about conscious thinking. It's about becoming aware of your thoughts and intentionally shifting them. You are not a prisoner of your automatic responses. You can choose new thoughts, and when you do, those thoughts will begin to change your brain. And when your brain changes, your life changes. But it's not just about changing your thoughts. It's about changing the emotions that those thoughts generate. Emotions are energy in motion. They are the signals we send out to the universe. And the way we feel determines the kinds of experiences we attract into our lives. Have you ever noticed how, when you feel angry or upset, you seem to attract more situations that make you feel angry or upset? Or when you feel excited and happy, things seem to fall into place and opportunities show up? That's not a coincidence. When you shift your emotions, you change the energy you're putting out into the world. And that energy has the power to attract new circumstances into your life. So how do you change your emotional state? It starts with choosing emotions that align with the future you want to create. If you want a life filled with joy, you need to start feeling joy now. If you want abundance, start feeling gratitude for what you already have. If you want love, start feeling love for yourself and others. This isn't about pretending or faking emotions, it's about tapping into the emotions that are already inside of you and amplifying them. You are a powerful being capable of experiencing the full range of human emotions. By consciously choosing elevated emotions like love, gratitude, and joy, you begin to align your energy with the universe and draw those same energies back to you. And this brings me to one of the most important aspects of change belief. What you believe about yourself and about the world is what you create. If you believe that you are stuck, that you are not capable of change, that your dreams are too far out of reach, then that will be your reality. But if you believe that you have the power to change your life, that you are capable of achieving the things you want, that you are deserving of success and happiness, then that will become your reality too. Belief is the bridge between your current self and the person you are becoming. And the most important belief you need to have is that you are worthy of change, worthy of the life you desire. Change requires more than just wishful thinking. It requires conscious action. But action isn't about force, it's about inspired action. When you change your thoughts and emotions, when you align yourself with your desires, the universe responds. Opportunities begin to show up. People, places, and things begin to align with your vision. And when you take inspired action, the doors open. It may not happen overnight, but each step forward, no matter how small, is a step closer to the life you want. Remember, you are not defined by your past, and your future is not fixed. It is waiting for you to create it. Your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and actions are the tools you need to shape the life you desire. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the creator of your reality. And today, right now, you have the power to change your life. Good evening, everyone. I want to begin by reminding you of something incredibly important, something that holds the power to change your life forever. You are the creator of your reality. You might be thinking, that sounds nice, but how is it possible? How can I truly change my life when everything around me feels like it's beyond my control? It's a valid question, and it's one that many of us have asked ourselves at some point in our lives. But here's the thing, the power to change your life begins with you, with your thoughts, your emotions, and your beliefs. I know that many of you might feel like you're trapped in your current situation, like you've been stuck in the same patterns for so long that change feels impossible. The truth is, nothing is fixed. You are not locked into the life you are living right now, and your circumstances do not have to define you. The moment you realize that you are not a prisoner of your past, that you are not defined by your old habits, mistakes, or limitations, that's the moment you can begin to take back control of your life. So, how do we create change? How do we begin to transform our lives when we've been so deeply ingrained in the patterns of our past? It all begins with awareness. The first step in changing your life is becoming aware of your thoughts. Most of us don't realize how much our thoughts control us. We walk around on autopilot, thinking the same thoughts over and over again, replaying the same stories in our heads, and living according to the beliefs we've had for years. But the truth is that you are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. And once you realize that, you gain the power to choose which thoughts you want to keep and which ones you want to release. Your thoughts create your emotions, and your emotions create your experiences. The cycle is unbreakable unless you intervene. If you continuously think negative, self-defeating thoughts, your emotions will reflect that negativity, and your experiences will mirror it. You will attract more of the same challenges, frustrations, and setbacks because that's the energy you are putting out into the world. But when you change your thoughts, when you start thinking about possibilities, about what you want to create rather than what you want to avoid, you will begin to shift your emotional state. And when your emotional state shifts, the energy you radiate changes too. You begin to attract new experiences that align with the positive energy you are now putting out into the world. This is not some esoteric idea, this is grounded in science. The way you think influences the way your brain works. Your brain is not fixed. It is constantly changing, adapting, and rewiring itself. This is called neuroplasticity. When you choose to think differently, to think with intention, you are actually rewiring your brain. You are creating new neural pathways that support the new version of yourself you are trying to become. This is not a theory, this is real, scientific evidence that supports the idea that you have the power to change your life through the thoughts you think. But changing your thoughts is only part of the process. To create lasting transformation in your life, you must also change the emotions you feel. You see, emotions are not just feelings, they are energy in motion. Every time you feel an emotion, you are sending out a signal to the universe. When you feel fear, worry, or anger, you are radiating a certain type of energy. When you feel love, joy, and gratitude, you are radiating a completely different type of energy. The universe responds to the energy you put out, and it brings back experiences that match your emotional state. In order to create lasting change, you must begin to cultivate elevated emotions. Start practicing gratitude, even for the smallest things in your life. Feel joy for simply being alive. Allow love to flow through you, not just towards others, but towards yourself as well. These elevated emotions are powerful, and they act as magnets, drawing more of what you want into your life. When you raise your emotional vibration, you begin to attract opportunities, people, and situations that are aligned with your new state of being. This is where the magic happens. But even more importantly, you must believe that change is possible. You must believe that you are worthy of the life you desire. If you don't believe that you can have the life you want, then no amount of positive thinking or emotional alignment will make a difference. Your belief system is the foundation upon which everything else is built. If you believe that you are destined for failure, then that will be your reality. If you believe that you are worthy of success, happiness, and abundance, then you will start to see opportunities for those things in your life. Belief is the key that unlocks the door to your transformation. Now, I'm not saying this process will be easy. It's not always easy to change the way we think, to break free from old patterns, and to let go of the beliefs that have been ingrained in us for so long. But I want to remind you of something important. Change takes time, but it is worth it. The process of transformation is real, and every thought, every emotion, and every action you take is bringing you one step closer to the life you want. You have the power to change your life. It starts with changing your thoughts, elevating your emotions, and believing in your own worth. The journey may not always be easy, but it will be worth every step. You are capable of more than you realize, and the world is waiting for you to step into the power you've always had inside you. It's time to stop waiting for the world to change around you. It's time to change yourself and watch your life transform. Good evening, everyone. I want to begin by sharing something profound with you, something that, if truly understood and embraced, has the power to completely transform your life. You are capable of changing your life. I know this might sound simple, but let me explain. It is not just a catchy phrase or an optimistic outlook. It is a fundamental truth that has the ability to unlock the deepest potential within you. And once you understand this, you will see the world differently. You will begin to realize that change is not a distant dream or something that only happens to a select few. It can happen to you. Many of us spend our lives waiting for something external to change. We wait for the right opportunity, for the perfect moment, or for things to line up in the way we believe they should. And often, when they don't, we feel helpless, frustrated, and stuck. But I'm here to tell you that you do not need to wait for the world around you to change. You have the power to create the change within yourself first. And once you do that, your outer world will start to shift in ways you never imagined. The key to change is understanding that you are not defined by your past. Too often, we look at our life as a series of events and failures that have led us to this moment, and we start to believe that we are bound by those experiences. We get stuck in a loop of memories, emotions, and beliefs that keep us anchored in the past. But the truth is, your past does not determine your future. The stories you tell yourself about who you are not the truth, they are simply stories. And if you don't like the story you've been telling yourself, it's time to start writing a new one. Your mind is a powerful tool. You have the ability to change the way you think, the way you feel, and ultimately the way you experience life. This may seem like an overwhelming task, but it is not. It begins with a simple awareness. The awareness that your thoughts are not you. They are simply mental patterns, habitual responses to the world around you, and those thoughts can be changed. Every thought you think creates an imprint in your brain. When you repeatedly think a certain thought, your brain forms a neural connection. Over time, these thoughts become ingrained, and you begin to believe that they define you. But here's the breakthrough: you can change these thought patterns. You are not at the mercy of your thoughts. The moment you become conscious of your thoughts, you begin to take back control. This is where the power lies, in the conscious choice of your thoughts. You don't have to continue thinking the same thoughts you've always thought. You can choose to think differently. You can choose thoughts that are aligned with the person you want to become, the life you want to create, and the reality you want to experience. When you start changing your thoughts, something amazing happens. Your emotions start to shift as well. Emotions are not just feelings, they are energy that moves through your body. Every emotion you feel sends a signal to your brain and body, creating a chemical reaction that influences how you feel, how you act, and what you attract into your life. If you are constantly feeling anxious, angry, or fearful, your body will respond with more of the same energy, and your mind will reinforce the cycle. But when you consciously choose thoughts of gratitude, love, and joy, you begin to elevate your emotional state. And when you elevate your emotions, you start to tap into a higher frequency of energy. This higher frequency is what allows you to attract new opportunities, new experiences, and new people into your life. You begin to operate from a place of possibility instead of limitation. Instead of attracting what you fear, you start attracting what you desire. The universe responds to the energy you put out. And when your energy shifts, so do the circumstances around you. But here's the most important part of this process: you must believe it's possible. Belief is the foundation upon which all change is built. If you don't believe that you can change or that you are worthy of a better life, then no matter how much you try to change your thoughts or emotions, nothing will shift. Belief is the key to unlocking your potential. You must believe that you are capable of becoming the person you want to be, and that the life you want is within reach. This belief comes from a deep, unwavering confidence that you are worthy of greatness. You are not limited by your past, your mistakes, or the things that have happened to you. You are a creator, capable of shaping your future with the power of your mind and your emotions. This is a journey of self-discovery, one where you begin to trust in your own ability to manifest the life you desire. But belief alone is not enough. Action is required. Once you begin to change your thoughts and emotions, you must take inspired action. This is not about forcing things to happen, it's about aligning your actions with the new version of yourself. When you act from a place of clarity, love, and confidence, the universe responds by opening doors you never thought were possible. The path to change is not always easy, but it is always worth it. Change is a process of rewriting old stories, shifting your thoughts, elevating your emotions, and believing in your own worth. And every single step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the life you want to live. You are the author of your story. You hold the pen, and you have the power to create the life you deserve. So, I ask you, what is the story you want to write? What kind of life do you want to live? The power to change is within you, and it starts right now. Take control of your thoughts, take control of your emotions, and take control of your life. You are capable of more than you know. Your future is waiting, and it is yours to create. Good evening, everyone. I'm here tonight to remind you of a powerful truth that I believe can change your life. You have the ability to create the life you desire. This isn't just about wishful thinking or some abstract idea. This is about the deep power that lies within you, a power that can transform your reality when you tap into it. The truth is, Your life is a reflection of your thoughts, your emotions, and your beliefs. And if you don't like what you're seeing, you have the ability to change it, starting today. It's easy to look around and feel like we are stuck, that our circumstances are out of our control, or that we don't have the power to break free from the limitations we've been living with for so long. But what I want you to understand is that your external world is simply a mirror of your internal world. Your thoughts, the way you feel, and what you believe about yourself and the world all contribute to the experiences you have. And the most empowering part of this is that you are not a prisoner to the circumstances you find yourself in. You can change them. You may be thinking, I've tried everything, I've worked hard, I've hoped for change, but nothing has happened. But I want you to hear me when I say this real change begins from within. It's not about waiting for your external environment to change. The world is always shifting and evolving, but the key to transforming your life lies in shifting and evolving yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, and your beliefs. You have the power to change your life when you begin to change the way you think and feel. It all begins with your thoughts. Your thoughts shape your reality. Whether you realize it or not, every thought you have is creating an experience in your life. You might not even be aware of it, but your thoughts are constantly creating your future. If you find yourself thinking negatively, or if you keep telling yourself stories of limitation, fear, or scarcity, then that's the reality you will experience. Your mind is like a magnet. It attracts to you the energy and experiences that match your thoughts. So, if you want to see change, you must start by changing the way you think. Now, changing your thoughts may not be easy at first. It takes time, effort, and practice to shift from a pattern of negative thinking to one of positive expectation and possibility. But here's the thing, it's entirely possible. Your mind is malleable, it's capable of being rewired. This is not some abstract concept, this is science. Your brain has the ability to form new neural pathways. Every time you choose a new thought, you create a new connection in your brain. And over time, these new thoughts will replace the old ones. You have the power to reprogram your mind. When you change the thoughts you think, you start to change your reality. But it's not just about changing your thoughts. Your emotions play a crucial role in creating your reality. Emotions are the energy that moves through you and out into the world. They are the signals you send to the universe, and they have the power to attract more of the same energy. If you are constantly feeling anxious, angry, or fearful, you are sending out a signal that matches that energy. And because of the law of attraction, you will attract more situations, people, and experiences that reflect those emotions. On the other hand, when you choose to cultivate feelings of joy, love, gratitude, and excitement, you begin to radiate a higher frequency of energy that aligns with the things you desire. Your emotions are the energy that fuels your manifestations. But emotions are not just about what you feel in a given moment. Emotions are powerful because they affect your body, your energy, and the way you show up in the world. When you change the way you feel, you change the way you act, and your actions, in turn, create your results. If you want different results in your life, you need to start by changing the way you feel about yourself, your circumstances, and the possibilities around you. If you want to manifest abundance, for example, you need to feel abundant in your emotions first. If you want to attract love, you must feel love first for yourself, and then for others. And then there's belief. Belief is the foundation of everything. If you don't believe that change is possible, or if you don't believe that you deserve better, then your efforts to change will be limited. Belief is what drives action. And when you believe that you can create the life you want, you will start to take actions that align with that belief. Your belief system is powerful because it determines what you think is possible for you. If you believe you're worthy of success, happiness, and fulfillment, you will act in ways that reflect that belief. But if you don't believe those things are possible for you, you will unconsciously block yourself from achieving them. This is why you must begin by changing your beliefs. You have to believe that you are capable of creating the life you desire, and that the change you want is within your reach. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. And once you believe it, you will start to take inspired action toward making it a reality. You will start to see new opportunities, new doors opening, and new people showing up to support you on your journey. The beauty of all of this is that you don't have to wait for anyone else to change. You don't have to wait for the world around you to shift in your favor. The power to create change is within you right now. You have the ability to choose new thoughts, elevate your emotions, and change your beliefs. The moment you begin to do this, your life will start to shift. It may not happen overnight, but it will happen. Step by step, you will begin to see the changes that you've always desired. So I ask you, what is the life you want to create? It's all within your reach. The power is in your hands. It's time to take control of your thoughts, your emotions, and your beliefs, and create the life you truly deserve. The journey begins now.